Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today in this video discuss post-colonial literature. So Disembarking at Quebec. Okay. So introduction is a post-colonial poem by Margaret Atwood that examines the experience of European settlers arriving in Canada. The poem presents the moment of arrival not as heroic discovery but as an uneasy encounter with an unfamiliar land, already inhabited by indigenous people. Edut uses irony and reflective tone to question colonial assumptions. So, what the work focuses on it? The poem focuses on the colonial mindset of European settlers, the false idea of discovery, power imbalance between colonizers and indigenous people, feelings of alienation, fear, and uncertainty in a new land, moral discomfort and guilt associated with settlement. Edut shifts the narrative from colonial pride to self-criticism, exposing the psychological tension behind colonization. Okay, so a simple summary: the poem describes European settlers arriving at Quebec and stepping onto a land that feels strange, silent, and resistant. Instead of welcoming them, nature appears cold and hostile. The settlers realize they are not heroic conquerors but vulnerable outsiders. The presence of indigenous people reminds them that the land is not empty, contradicting the colonial belief of discovery. The poem subtly reveals the settlers' insecurity and moral unease, suggesting that colonization is an act of intrusion rather than achievement. So, themes number one: colonial guilt and anxiety. The settlers experience unease and fear rather than confidence, revealing the psychological burden of colonization. Myth of discovery. The poem challenges the idea that colonizers discovered new land, exposing it as a false narrative. Alienation and displacement. The settlers feel alien in the new environment, reversing the idea that colonizers are dominant. Power and silence. The silence of the land and indigenous presence suggests suppressed historical stories and voices. Post-colonial irony. Atwood uses irony to undermine colonial heroism and expose its moral contradictions. Okay.